Hello, welcome back, and as always, I hope you're doing well. Right, before I start today, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to a good friend of the channel, all the way from California, Frank Chunwa-chan. Frank emailed me a couple of weeks ago and said he had an unusual version of The Big Boss on DVD, this one, that has a soundtrack in Mandarin and Cantonese that are not on any other version of The Big Boss. So Frank kindly sent me this all the way from California, so I haven't played it yet, of course, but thank you very much for that. Also, he sent me this micro SD card. You know what I'm like for Brucelee soundtracks and all related. Well, on here it actually had Brucelee special edition box, which had 39 tracks on it. It's basically 3 CDs, and the first one being Brucelee in God by Tomohiro Endo, and that's got 16 tracks on it. Also, it had Dance with the Dragon 2 by Mike Remedios, that had 9 tracks on it. Obviously that one's in that Memory of Dragon box. And finally it had Mike Remedios Live in Japan, 14 tracks on it, which I didn't have. So I've not played them all yet, but I've put them all on my computer. Also on there was another CD that I'd not even heard of, which is called The Dragons Walk On, and it's 11 tracks. It's Bruce Lee songs kind of remixed and redone. And also there was a single track from Bruce Lee in God. So Frank, I hope you're seeing this, mate. Thank you very much. My computer Bruce Lee soundtracks is getting quite large. It's impressive. It's really impressive. So thank you very much, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Thank you again. Right, as you know, on the 6th of September 2025, we're putting on an event in London, the ultimate Bruce Lee event in the UK, at Whitechapel at the Genesis Cinema. And on that day we are playing Steve Kerridge's epic documentary, Bruce Lee, the man, the legend, the icon. Well, Steve is graciously gonna let me screen today 5 minutes from this amazing documentary, just to whet your appetite a little bit. So guys, without any further ado, enjoy this exclusive excerpt from Steve Kerridge's Bruce Lee, the man, the legend, the icon. Enjoy.
In the purple flush of dawn, we can barely see a figure ascending the misty mountain. Also, in the background, we can hear a distant sound of the flute. As he goes higher and higher, the sun starts to creep out, and we begin to see James Coburn as he leisurely walks up, step by step. Now the sun is out, and over Coburn's shoulder, we can see far away another figure sitting on a rock looking directly at the sun. He is the fellow playing the flute. It is important that we do not know who he is. From here we begin flashbacks.
In his preliminary conception of the Silent Flute, he wanted to present the evolution of one man's journey to obtain his own liberation by confronting the trials of life, in this instance, ego, knowledge, love, and death. He furthermore wanted to reveal the many diverse systems of combat and the freedom that man himself held to implement personal expression, the basis of his own expression of the fighting arts, Jeet Kune Do. In the Silent Flute, the main character of Cord would ultimately discover that to succeed in obtaining this self-liberation, he must first defeat his own demons by facing 4 trials. Lee would play several characters, such as the Monkey Man, representing ego, the Panther Man, representing death, the Rhythm Man, and most notably, Ah Sam, the blind flute player, of which guided the central character of Cord to be played by James Coburn. By October, the script for The Silent Flute had been finalized and presented to the executives at Warner Brothers, who, in principle, agreed to go ahead, albeit with one strange request. The movie would have to be shot in the subcontinent of India due to money the studio had tied up in the country and unable to transfer to the States. With this, the three men decided to organize a scouting mission to the subcontinent, and on February 1st, 1971, arrived in New Delhi. Arriving in the sweltering heat of Palam Airport was certainly in austere dissimilarity to the chilly London town they had just left behind. Waiting to greet the men were producer Herbert Coleman, a local Bollywood film producer by the name of Yash Johar, and one of Warner's Indian executives, a Mr. Nadkarni. Coleman and Johar had vast experience in their own respective fields. Johar having been production controller for the Devanand Navketan International Film Company, and Coleman was also a seasoned producer, working alongside such greats as Alfred Hitchcock on movies Vertigo and North by Northwest, and so became prime candidate as producer for The Silent Flute. With an original plan to shoot the movie in Japan, Thailand and Morocco, the bombshell dropped on them by Warner's now saw the three men on a quest to uncover the perfect locations within the rich and diverse subcontinent. Commandeered by Warner Brothers, Herbert Coleman, with the trusted help of Yash Johar, had the task of taking the men across country on a magical mystery tour. After 2 weeks of exploring the subcontinent, it became evident that India was not a viable option. Despite their hopes, the three men reluctantly returned to the States, grappling with their disappointment.